Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a makeup tutorial using the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. And it's been quite some time since I have posted a makeup video. If you guys want to see how I came up with this beautiful look, keep on watching. Alright, so I already moisturized my face this morning. I kind of do that first thing after I wash my face and brush my teeth and all that kind of stuff. So the next thing I do before primer and foundation is tie back my hair. Alright, so once that's all set, I use two primers most of the time. My one primer that I do love to use quite a bit is Pores No More from Dr. Brandt. I love it as like a base primer to get rid of your pesky pores that I'm sure a lot of us have and a lot of us hate. Following that, I prime the rest of my face with Benefit's Porefessional because, again, that's another one of my favorite pore concealing primers. Then I'll quickly just jump to my NARS Eye Primer and just put that on. Clear, like this NARS is a great consistency, and if you see, it's white and it goes on clear. I love it. So today for foundation, I'm going to be using my Hourglass foundation. You have to be really careful using this because it can very easily turn into like a very full coverage foundation, and I don't do the full coverage foundation much. So this is how I apply the Hourglass foundation. I just dot it very sparingly around my face because you can always go back and fill in the spots where you think you need a bit more coverage. There you have it. A little goes a very long way. I've got nice even coverage with just that small amount because the Hourglass foundation blends fantastically. Today I'm not going to conceal like my under eye and all that kind of stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and contour and highlight just a little bit, and I'm going to be using my Too Faced Cocoa Contour, and let me tell you, so I take my angled contour brush with the lightest cocoa shade, which is medium cocoa. Let's chisel out some cheekbones, shall we? Take my big brush, just make sure it's all blended nicely. And then I take from the same palette, I just take this color here, which is light cocoa. And it's just a nice little powder to put, like, you know, in your highlight spots, just to add a little bit of pop. Just very subtle. It's not as, you know, caked on like the concealer would be, but it does add a little bit of brightness to the face. So after I do my contour, I'm going to bust out my lovely Becca Champagne Pop Blush Split, and I'm going to highlight and do my blush. Then I always take my bigger fluffy brush and just make sure that everything's always nice and blended together, because you can never ever do too much blending. Am I right? How about we move to these eyes, my favorite part. And I decided today to do a look from just my Anastasia palette. I know my other chatty Get Ready With Me, I kind of went a little bit palette crazy and used 3 different palettes. And I get that could be a little bit confusing. So I'm just going to stick strictly with my Modern Renaissance palette. First things first, I'm going to put tempera all over my lid, from lid to brow. So once I've laid that, I'm going to put Golden Ochre as my transition color in my crease. So I'm going to move to a nice, fluffy, small blending brush. And just ever so lightly, because these colors are very pigmented, I'm going to tap the brush in there just a tiny bit and knock off all of that excess. All right, so once my transition color is placed, I'm going to go ahead with my crease color, Burnt Orange or Realgar. I'm not sure. You know what? Let's do both. I'm going to do Burnt Orange in the whole crease, very lightly, and blend that. So once you have all that blended nicely, I'm going to move to a smaller blending brush, because you need to be a lot more defined now, because now we're going to go in with the darker Realgar color. So we need to be very precise. So you just very lightly dip into Realgar, because you can blend it all out later. So I'm going to just focus this on the very outer corner of my eye. So, and if you see when I have my eye open, the hood of my eye is, there's like a fold there. You see that? So I actually have to take some shadow and put that onto that hooded piece, so, you know, it kind of goes away. I'm going to take my big short-haired fluffy blending brush. That was a mouthful. And I'm just going to blend all that out. Dragging it in, blending it out, dragging it in. So I'm going to actually take the same color of Realgar and drag it under on my lower lash line. Okay, so now for the lids. I think that I'm going to do a faded lid. So I'm going to start out with red ochre. Then I'm going to move to Venetian red. And then on the very, very inner part of the lid, I am going to go with either Realgar or burnt orange. Not sure. So first on that very outer corner of my lid, I want to make sure that I blend red ochre and the burnt orange that's in my crease. Then once all your colors fit together nicely, then you could move forward with the Venetian red. Burnt orange, actually. Give it a nice light color, bright, closer to the tear duct. There you are. Once all your colors are blended nicely, then you can move to the other eye. Looking good. So next thing, I take a dense fluffy brush. I'm going to take the tempera one more time on my brow bone. Beautiful, beautiful. Then I'm going to take a precision brush and I'm just going to spice up the under eye just a little bit. And I think I'm going to add some red ochre just to deepen it up on the outer. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some burnt orange on the inner just to have it a nice fade. And then you can take the little blending brush, make sure it's clean, and just blend that a little bit. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the burnt orange, just a tiny bit on the end of my brush, and just on that inner third. I tend to keep this section of my eye pretty clear from any colored product because I save all that space for my inner eye highlight, and I find that it opens up my eyes a lot more. So for that, I'm going to be taking Vermeer for my inner corner highlight. I'm actually going to take a teeny tiny precision brush just so I can get way in there with Vermeer. highlight. Boom. And then we do the same with this eye. Damn. That's nice. So I'm going to go back with my fluffy, I guess, shadow brush. And I'm going to dunk into Primavera just very, very lightly. And you're going to dust that just on my brow bone. So now that your eyes are all blended and your inner highlight is on and your brow bone's on fleek, I'm going to take my NYX Micro Brow Pencil and I'm just going to bring these brows back to life a little bit. Perfect. Brows on fleek. So next I'm going to move, oh dear, it's all Scandal Eyes. It's a nude eyeliner, so I can brighten up my eyes. So I'm just going to put that on the bottom lash line. Beautiful. I'm awake. Next, I'm just going to take my liquid liner. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and slap on my lashes. I'm going to do one off camera, but then I'll do the other one on camera just to save a little bit of time. All right, so I'm taking my Ardell lash glue and putting it on my lash. Coated the lash band with glue. Instead of blowing on it, I prefer to shake it back and forth like this. Can I just say, thank God the glue dries clear. All right, so let's get this a second to dry. And my my natural eyelashes are so curly that I have to go like this, pushing down on the lash hair and like moving the hairs so my real lashes can, like, you know, merge with them. Because if not, my lashes will be like this. All day. So there you have it, my lashes. Today I'm going to go with my Benefit Roller Lash for the bottom lashes. Then a little trick that I learned with your bottom lashes after you put your mascara on, you're gonna get the little dots on the, like, on your cheeks. So you take your fluffy brush and you look up and you just, with your fluffy brush, dab the tips of your wet mascara on your bottom lashes. And look. No black dots. So I'm going to now do the top of my lashes with my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. Love this mascara. All right. So we're coming down to only the last few things because my hair is already snatched because I did my hair this morning before I did my makeup. So I think the last things that we have to do is highlight. I forgot my highlighting brush, so I think I'm just going to take this fluffy brush. I take a very little bit and do just a tiny, tiny bit on my forehead. Just so it gives that like illusion of being like dewy, but not being dewy. Oh yes, girl. She is high lit. And I'm going to take my Sephora Rouge in love this color. So cute. It's like a dusty rose. So cute. Is this me or do I have large lips? Not that I'm complaining. Okay. This is the final look today with the straight hair. This is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette look that I created. If you guys want to see more tutorials on other palettes, let me know in the comments. If you guys would like a full tutorial on how I straighten my hair, you can let me know down below in the comments. So yeah, give me thumbs up if you like these kind of videos. Leave me down in the comments if there's any specific palettes you'd like me to make looks from. I did change my setup just a little bit. As you can see, I got a backdrop. I got some lights. I'm still trying to work on getting like the shadowing proper, I guess, because I'm noticing that on this side of my face I'm getting shadow, like there's brighter light coming from this end. But all those kinks are going to be worked out every video. It's going to get better and better. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.